Hello guys, welcome back to Creativity and Inspiration. I'm Lisa. Today I have a little different angles for you guys because we're talking sewing journal. I'm so excited. I'm really pumped to do this. I did a short, which I'll post here because I'm going to be referencing it quite a bit. All the items in the short were my grandmother's except for the pattern. So I am not going to be using those buttons now the trim was not either. So I'm not going to be using, let's do it this way. I will be using the pattern and some of the trims, but anything else in that little short I won't be using. I'm trying to head out to an antique mall tomorrow, which you guys will come with. And we're going to find some vintage sewing supplies to use in this journal, which I'm super excited about. We also will be using other items as well. And one of the things, that FedEx driver's phone was so loud, I could hear it in here. Interesting. Sorry. One of the other items I'm going to be using in my vintage sewing journal is a paper kit, journal kit from Tsunami Rose. Now, I know some of you know who Tsunami Rose is, some of you may not. She was a really big kit designer, and when I say kit, the papers that are already printed that you put in your journal, like scrapbook paper, but individuals design them. She was real big and used roses in all of hers back in the early 2000s, 2010 and on. She still does it, but I don't think she's as big into it. I could be wrong. I used to follow her. She had people that were on her team that showed you ideas to use her kits. I don't think anybody has teams anymore, but again, I could be wrong. I don't know for sure. But I love her. I will put her website down below. But let's look at this kit that I bought. I'm going to show you everything in it. Then I'm going to talk about what I'm going to use and not going to use. And I'm also going to show you a trick. So let's go. But wait, hold it. Before I show you her kit, I wanted to show you this. This was a freebie download, and it was off of Paper Wishes by Amanda, Sewing Ephemera Sheet 1, and it says freebie. I'll link her blog below, and you guys can see this. I will also show you on the computer because that's where we're going to go to look at this kit I got. It's downloaded to my computer. So I'm going to show you everything in the kit, and I'm going to show you a trick. But I wanted to show you this because we will be using this as well. Plus, I'm going to create some sewing things of my own. So stay tuned for that. This journal is going to take up probably a few videos. If it's not what you want, there will be other things sprinkled in, but mostly it's going to be sewing journal for the next few weeks. Then I have another journal, and if you're an animal lover, specifically cats, you're going to like that one. But let's jump in. This is the website with the free printable sewing ephemera sheet. This. So I will link that down below. Now, this is the start of the Tsunami Rose kit. And as you can see, it comes with, oh, hold on, let me close this other back here. And as you can see, it comes with some very cute sewing rose themed ephemera. We have some coin envelopes. We have some words, tickets, and a little card. Okay. Now this little grouping here is for the 6x9 journal. She does have some 8x10 sheets as well, but I'm going to make a 6x9 journal because I will tell you this, the cover is going to be the pattern envelope that it's in. So excited. Okay, so here's some more little pockets she has, just tons of stuff. I'm probably going to go through these sort of fast. Like I said, I'm not using everything. Now I'll probably use these little die cuts because they're adorable. Now these are the pages, and of course you fold it down the center and you'll have 2 pages. And I love all these. I'm not going to be using all of these. Like I said, I'm going to use a few of hers. I'm going to create some of my own. And I'm not even sure which of these pages I'm going to use or not use. I know one for sure, and it's this one. I just love these 2 pages because this is one page and this is another page. And depending on how you fold it, they'll either be right facing each other or they could be kind of far away from each other, which is how I'll fold them. Oh, and I do like this one too. So probably those 2 pages, 3 pages. I'll probably use about 3 or 4 of these. But as you can see, they're all sewing themed. They all have some sort of rose floral on them. Like I said, these are Tsunami Rose. A Tsunami Rose sewing kit for junk journals. That one's pretty. That one looks like wallpaper. I like that one. That one sort of looks like a wallpaper. And that one's cute too. And I think, oh, 2 more. This looks like a wallpaper, and then I like the sewing part. And there's that one. So these all are very cute. It's hard not to want to use them all, but I want to mix in just some regular pages, and like I said, create some of my own that don't look anything like these. So, but I was thinking with this one, it's so pretty, but I don't want the pages to be bright and clean. I want them to be vintage looking. So I had the idea to take some of my tea stained paper. It's lighter than coffee stained. To take some of my tea stained paper, put it in my printer, and print this on it. So let's go do that. I'm gonna go get the paper and I'll meet you guys at the printer. All right guys, what we're gonna use are these coffee stained papers. They're a little darker than the tea stain. The tea stain was just a little bit light, but let me show you the tea stain and you can decide. I like these 2. You know what? I'm gonna go with my first thought because these are darker around the edges. We're gonna go with this. I'm gonna put those up. We're gonna go with those. And my trick is to print out a kit, her kit pages, and like I said, I'm gonna print 1 or 2 on this stained paper, and I'll probably end up printing all of them. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put them in here in my, I'm gonna put 3 because I'm gonna print 3 of those pages. So that's 2, and 1 more is 3. Okay, so I'm gonna close this up. This is an inkjet color, no, this is a laser color printer. And it's about 14 years old, but it still works great. It's HP, not sponsored. But as long as it works, we're gonna keep using it. Hold on, let me send one to print. And there we go. I think that looks so pretty. I love that it looks aged. And like I said, you can fold it like that if you want, where they're together, but I'm gonna fold them like this. You can even see the line on the paper where she created them. So you just fold them like that. And one's on the front and one's on the back, and there'll be more in the middle. But there we go. I love this though, and definitely I'm gonna do at least one more, maybe two more. Now, of course you could print these on white paper and they would be beautiful and colorful, but like I said, I kind of want it to have a vintagey, you know, old look to it. And look how pretty. So I am loving this. This is going to go in the journal. Now, are they all going to be printed on this? Maybe not, you know. I might do a mixture. So let's take this last sheet out. And then let's print one just like she has it. Okay guys, this is on just white copy paper. These were on tea stained copy paper. And you can just tell it's a little brighter and it doesn't look as aged, but I still like it as well. It's just this side is so bright when you compare it to these, and this side definitely will need to be probably sewn with a coffee stain just to, so it's not so bright. That's why I like printing on the tea stained or coffee stained, because you don't have the bright white. But that's totally up to you and how you want to use these. Of course, I'm going to use this one. I printed it. I don't want to waste it. I'll just ink the edges really good, and then on the back I will sew a piece of coffee stain paper on there. So anyway, there is the first 3 pages of our sewing, but we are nowhere near complete on this, and I think you're going to want to stick around. We're going to make some of the ephemera as we go along. That's going to be a video making some ephemera, and then we will put the whole thing together and have a flip through of the finished journal. And like I said, I will be going to an antique mall, thrift store, to look for vintage sewing notions to go in this journal, which you will come with me, and that will probably be a short. Guys, take care. I will see you Friday, and we are going to start making some really cool, unexpected items for our vintage sewing journal. See you then. Take care. Oh, don't forget, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button with that little bell and click all. Also, please give this video a thumbs up, because you don't want to miss out on this journey of the vintage sewing journal. Let me know down below, have you ever used a Tsunami Rose kit before? If so, what kit did you use? And if you haven't, would you consider it? It's not sponsored. I'm not affiliated with her at all. I just knew her work and wanted to see if she had a sewing kit. I'll link her website down below, and I'll link the freebie page from, I think it was Paper, Amanda Loves Paper or something. Anyway, I'll link that down below as well. Take care, guys. I'll see you Friday or Saturday. Bye-bye.